Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here and you want to help support what I do, please consider subscribing. You can thumb the video up or leave a comment to help me in the algorithm. If you have nothing to say, you can put a purple heart. So this is Emily in Paris. It is a game based on the show on Netflix. I played this game before. The first time I played it, I didn't know Emily in Paris was a show. And I loved this game so much, I ended up watching the show, which is now one of my favorite shows. I believe a new season is coming out really soon. I'm very excited about that. And just so you know, I do not speak French. I barely speak English very well. And if that's gonna bother you, I guess don't watch me play, because I'm definitely going to mispronounce words, especially French words. I love the clothes in this game, so if you've never seen the outfits, I'll just go through them real quick. And in this game, there are like 3 different possible love interests. So if you guys watch and there's a specific person that you'd like to see my character, pursue, let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's play. I can't believe I'm finally in Paris. It all happened so fast. It still doesn't feel real. Getting offered my dream job in my dream city. Now I just need to get the keys to my dream apartment. Buzzing with excitement, you reach for the door handle and give it a pull, but it doesn't budge. Oh no, closed? What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna bang on the door, because I'm from New York. We bang on stuff. You bang on the door, lightly at first, then with increasing intensity. Hello? Bonjour? If you're looking for Jacques, he hasn't come in yet. You spin around to find a tall man watching you with a bemused expression. Can I help you with something? Hi. I'm locked out. I was supposed to pick up my keys this morning. I just moved here. I see. In that case, welcome to Paris. I'm Gabrielle. Good morning, Gabrielle. Who's your friend? You turn to find 2 women walking towards you, smiling with curiosity. This is Kitty. I just moved here. Mindy, do you hear that? An American. You can't help but laugh, shaking your head. Is it that obvious I'm American? Oh yeah. But only because we are too. Well, I am. Mindy is. I consider myself a citizen of the world. Chic, right? Anyway, I'm Emily, and this is Mindy. Welcome to Paris. Emily motions to the door behind you. Jacques owns the bookstore, but he won't be in for at least another hour. An hour. I'll grab a coffee. Do you guys know anywhere around here to get a good cup of coffee? The jet lag is killing me. There's a cafe right next door. We're headed there now. It's meant to be. Come have a coffee with us while you wait. Care to join us, Gabrielle? I have to get things started at the restaurant, but I'll see you tonight. Nice to meet you, Kitty. Deciding your apartment can wait, you follow your new friends to the cafe next door. You settle in at the bustling cafe, letting the thrill of finally being in Paris wash over you. So, tell us everything, Kitty. What brings you to Paris? I'm here for a job. I'm the new digital editor for Enchante. Emily's jaw drops, while Mindy gives you an impressed nod. Oh my god, that's incredible! Enchante is like the most iconic fashion magazine in Paris. You must be thrilled. I am. It's an amazing opportunity. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous. I don't know anyone in Paris, and I gave up a great job in America to come here. It was a pretty big risk. Correction, you know 2 people in Paris now. The best 2, if I do say so myself. And the rest will work itself out. Just give it time. Mindy and I took some pretty big risks to come here too. And is it worth it? They smile at each other and Mindy laughs. You know, I think we're both still figuring that out. But right now, absolutely. You'll see, it's going to be amazing. And you're here just in time for Paris Fashion Week. Enchante always gets the most amazing backstage access. Consider me très jalouse. That was good, Em. Emily beams proudly, turning to you with an explanation. I didn't have time to learn much French before I moved here, so I've been taking lessons. So far, she's picked up a halfway decent accent and a fully hunky man. Oh, really? Sign me up. If French lessons are the place to find good-looking suitors, I'm all in. Emily's cheeks flush as Mindy laughs. This is Paris. Hot men are as common as baguettes. The tricky part is finding one who knows how to use his baguette, if you know what I mean. I do, Mindy, I do. Alfie definitely doesn't need lessons in that department. You all laugh, and Emily shrugs. Honestly, though, my boyfriend Alfie was a surprise. I mean, he's gorgeous, obviously, but I didn't expect to fall for a British guy in France. With the French dudes you were picking, it's a good thing Alfie made you switch up your type. Emily sticks her tongue out at Mindy and she laughs, turning her attention back to you. What about you, Kitty? Me? Yeah, you. How are we supposed to set you up with our friends if we don't know your type? Are you into buff, hairy dudes? Fierce, leggy blonde chicks? She winks. Beautiful Chinese Korean women with a great sense of style? You laugh as you consider her question. In this game, only date men. Sometimes they drive me crazy, but I'm into guys. Mindy laughs sympathetically. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Although honestly, where would the fun in living be without them? Do you know what you're looking for? A fun fling? A sweep you off your feet romance? I'm not looking for anything. I'm here for work, guys. I just told you. And not really looking for a relationship. If something happens, it happens, but I'm not looking for anything. I respect that, although Paris does seem to have a way of making things happen. She stirs her coffee, a slow smile forming on her lips. Uh-oh, I know that look. Someone is scheming. I'm not scheming. Her face lights up with an idea. Just thinking that Kitty should come to the party tonight. A party? I'd love to. A party sounds like the perfect way to end my first day in Paris. It's going to be fabulous, and it's right here in the courtyard. Here? That sounds so cool. This is the perfect place for a party. It's actually for Les Brevets d'Entrée. You know, the bookstore whose door you almost broke down this morning? It's a fundraiser. The bookstore and its owner, Jacques, are an iconic part of this community. The store has been in his family for almost 200 years, but Paris is expensive. And people buy all their books online now. So, Jacques has been having a little trouble making ends meet, but we're gonna help. People are buying tickets to the party, and we're going to have a silent auction at the end. She pulls a ticket from her purse and writes your name on it in looping cursive. Here, my treat. Aw, thank you. But I want to contribute. This is my neighborhood now, too. I should at least buy a ticket to help out. Emily waves you off. Consider it a welcome to the neighborhood gift. Plus, I'm sure we'll think of another way you can help. And don't let the fact that the party is in the courtyard fool you. It's going to be the soiree of the season. Emily planned the whole thing, and my girl loves a reason to get dressed up. Guilty. And I'm hoping Enchante's hottest new hire does too. Well, of course I do. I'll take any excuse to dress up. I knew I liked you. But suddenly you frown. I don't have anything to wear though. My things haven't arrived yet, and I only brought work clothes with me on the plane. Maybe next time? Are you nuts? Just come and get ready with us. Our closet is packed with more clothes than the Louvre during tour season. Come on, it'll be fun. We can gossip about your first day in Paris. Well, that sounds great. I can come by as soon as I'm done with work. Emily reaches across the table and grabs your phone, typing quickly before handing it back to you. There, now you have our numbers. She motions behind her to just across the courtyard. We live in that building with the big wooden doors. She sighs as she glances back at her phone. Shoot, that's my boss Sylvie. I better run. But we'll see you tonight, okay? Remember, this is Paris. Don't work too hard on your first day. She winks, and the three of you say your goodbyes before you head back to the bookstore. You breathe a sigh of relief when you see the bookstore sign has been turned around, open. Finally, I can't wait to see my apartment. A small bell jingles when you open the door. Stepping inside feels like stepping back in time. It's filled with books written in all different languages, and it smells like a crisp fall day. Bonjour, puis-je vous aider? An older, bespectacled man is looking at you expectantly. That must be Jacques. Shoot, I wish I'd spent more time brushing up on my French. I'll try to respond in French. It's worth a try at least. Bonjour, mon nom je m'appelle. You must be our new American tenant. I'm Jacques. He smiles warmly, motioning for you to join him at the counter. Do not worry, your French will improve. I don't know about that, but suddenly a man steps out from behind a bookshelf, taking you by surprise. An American in Paris. A classic, to be sure. He has a thick French accent and smiles at you as he sets a pen and stack of note cards on the counter. Wow, he is so handsome. I don't know about you guys, but swoon. He might be the most handsome man I've ever seen. They definitely don't make them like that in America. Bonjour, I'm Olivier. Welcome to Paris. I hope our city has given you a pleasant reception. Thank you. I'm enjoying this welcome. I'm definitely enjoying this particular reception. Olivier's smile grows. As am I. It's so wonderful to have you here. You young people are just what this neighborhood needs. You force yourself to turn from Olivier's magnetic gaze as Jacques hands you your keys. There are two lovely girls who live just across the courtyard. Americans as well. Lovely, lovely girls. Okay, this guy is the sweetest. I can see why Emily and Mindy want to help him. I met them this morning. They're almost as lovely as your bookstore. Oh, you flatter me. So, tell me, what brings you to Paris? You feel a flutter in your stomach when you meet his eyes, and he smiles, as if he likes what he sees. Why wouldn't he? I'm adorable. Is he flirting with me? I'm such a dingbat. I don't know. I'm in Paris for work. And, yeah, you're very handsome, but for work. I moved here to start my dream job. Congratulations. I wish you all the best. I've built most of my career in this city. She'll whisper opportunities to you if you're careful to listen. This guy is smooth, like butter on toast, and it's super sexy. I love it. I love a man with confidence. Suddenly, the alarm on your phone begins to blare. Oh no, I need to get ready for work. I forgot I even came here for a job. I'm so sorry, but I have to get going. I hope to see you again. Do you come here often? Do you come here often? Olivier opens his mouth to reply, but Jacques answers for him. Twice a week. Olivier turns back to you, and to your surprise, he reaches for your hand. It was a true pleasure to meet you, Kitty. I hope we'll meet again. Me too. Ooh la la. He raises your hand and brings it to his lips. You still, as they brush your knuckles, I can barely talk. I want to I'm not pulling away. I'll squeeze his hand. You squeeze his hand and you feel his smile against your skin. He straightens but doesn't let go of you. Until we meet again. You feel a strange sense of disappointment when he finally lets go. I'll be looking forward to it. Me too, Olivier. Ditto. He turns to Jacques, who has been watching your interaction with a knowing smile. Jacques, I'll see you later. With a final smile in your direction, Olivier makes his way out the door. Ooh. Jacques watches him with an expression of pride. A wonderful man. He winks. And a handsome one, none? Oh, I agree, Jacques. Do you have eyes? I have eyes. Yes, we both saw him. Oh my god. He's been coming here since he was a young boy. He leaves excellent recommendations as well, if you're ever looking for a special read. You glance at the stack of note cards Olivier left on Jacques' desk as he shoos you toward the stairs. Now go, go. You have an important day to prepare for. As you go, you find yourself wondering if all the men in Paris are flirtatious like Olivier. Or if maybe this really is the city of love after all. The first guy you met, oh my god. I don't know about you guys. When I first played this game, I had looked on Reddit, like people were talking about the game on Reddit, and there were so many people that were like, oh, Olivier, I guess I'm of a certain age that Olivier, to me, is a man. He is all man. But I guess if you're younger, he might be a little... Anyway, I think Olivier is gorgeous. Any doubt that you're really in Paris evaporates when you walk through your door and you see the Eiffel Tower. I don't know if you guys can see it because there's kind of a glare. It's right here, out through the balcony. The Eiffel Tower, oh my god, this is amazing. You only have a moment to take in the view before you quickly unpack. The view will have to wait. It's time to get dressed for my first day at work. I am loving my apartment though. And I think I'm going to put my hair in a bun. And they gave me some new outfits. I love them all. I think those were the 3 new outfits. And I think I'm going to wear this. And change my necklace. And I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. You check your outfit one final time. The Eiffel Tower reflected in the mirror behind you. Then you head out the door. Outside, you double-check the map on your phone to be sure you're headed in the right direction. Because you don't know where you're going. You're so focused on the screen, you don't notice the gap in the cobblestones before it's too late. Oh no! You brace yourself to hit the ground, but a strong hand grabs your elbow just in time, steadying you. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Those shoes aren't very sturdy. No, they're not. You look up to find an unfamiliar face staring at you with a concerned expression. I mean, he's gorgeous. Whew, that was close. And he's very close. He's so close, I can smell his cologne. Something with flowers. His hand lingers on your elbow a moment longer. His eyes locked on yours. But then he pulls away. He shakes his head in admonishment. You're going to break your neck if you aren't more careful. Maybe you should stay close then, in case I need saving. I could trip at any time, I mean. He clears his throat, his expression unreadable. I'm a busy man. I can't spend all day thinking about your neck. I see. Well, thanks. I appreciate you taking the time to think about my neck this once. He takes a step away from you, and you realize you're in front of a flower shop. Do you work here? I just moved in down the street. He turns his back in reply, and you frown. Okay, so definitely not everyone in Paris is friendly? But then he turns back around with a bundle of flowers in his hand and offers them to you. Buttercups. Welcome to Paris. My shop is open early. Next time you feel like waking up the neighborhood banging on Jacques' door, perhaps you'll consider buying a bouquet instead. Oh my god, he saw me this morning. I will say the flowers are beautiful. Thank you. They're lovely. I love flowers. He gives you a tight nod. You are obviously in a hurry. I'll let you go now. Perplexed, you begin to walk away, unsure of what to make of him. But you can feel his eyes on you as you make your way down the street. And you can't resist another look. You look back over your shoulder, but his attentions are elsewhere. You watch as he hands a flower to an older woman, giving her a wide smile he clearly didn't give to you. Well, I guess that settles it. He's not interested. That's disappointing. I really thought I felt a connection, but it must have been my imagination. You turn back around, but just before you're out of earshot, you hear, "Watch out for those cobblestones." You can't resist a smile as you turn the corner. Maybe he's not so indifferent after all. You do your best to shift your focus to work, trying to remember why you came to Paris in the first place. It wasn't for men, it was for work. But you can't seem to shake the florist's face from your mind, or that guy that you just met in the bookstore. I mean, yeah, we're heading to the office. Focus, kitty. You looked your office up online before arriving, but nothing could have prepared you for seeing it in person. This is unbelievable. Look at this place. The building looks like it should contain movie stars or priceless works of art, not offices. I can't believe this is where I'm going to be working. This place it's incredible, it's intimidating, it's huge, it's all of those things, but I'll say incredible. This is going to be amazing. Practically levitating with excitement, you make your way inside. I mean, look at this joint. Wow. The inside of the office is even more ornate than its facade, and you pause to admire the decor. How sweet. The American is speechless. With a start, you turn to find an impossibly chic woman watching you coolly. You must be Kitty. She purses her flawlessly painted lips, clearly less than thrilled by your arrival. I'm Chloe, Miss Moreau's executive assistant and right hand. Welcome to Enchante. Hi, Chloe. It's nice to meet you. It's so great to finally meet you in person. She wrinkles her nose, her tone filled with annoyance. Oh, yes, I'm absolutely jumping for joy that you have finally arrived. Okay, I'm definitely not imagining it. This girl is freaking rude. But I know how to handle this. I will kill her with kindness. It might not be easy, But by the time I'm done with her, she'll be making freaking friendship bracelets with me under a tree with butterflies flying by us. But before you can say anything else, the sound of stilettos on marble fills the room. Chloe's demeanor immediately shifts from sour to sickly sweet. Leah, good morning. You turn to find Leah Meru, editor-in-chief of Enchante, looking as glamorous as she is imposing. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm meeting the Leah Meru. She's a freaking legend. I was just welcoming Kitty and telling her how thrilled we are that she'll be bringing an American perspective to Enchante. An expression you can't place flickers over Leah's face, and she nods at Chloe. Yes, I'm sure you were. That will be all, Chloe. Her dismissal is polite but firm, and Chloe shoots you a final glare before excusing herself. Welcome, Kitty. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Mrs. Moreau. You're my idol. You're the reason I wanted to get into fashion journalism in the first place. The youngest editor-in-chief of one of the most prestigious magazines in the world. You're an inspiration, truly. Leah chuckles humbly, but for some reason she looks slightly uncomfortable. Thank you for the kind words. And please, call me Leah. We don't share the American love of honorifics here in Paris, and you are butchering my last name. Of course, I'm still getting a handle on the culture here, but don't worry, I'm a fast learner. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity, Leah. I can't tell you how excited I am to launch Enchante's very first digital edition together. Leah's brow furrows. Yes, about that. Something about her tone makes your stomach drop. I apologize for the miscommunication, but I don't feel Enchante is in need of a digital edition. Wait a minute. What? I admit, the world of print is changing, but the magazine has a legacy to uphold. While screens and social media may be in vogue now, we didn't become a staple of French culture by bowing to fads and trends. No digital edition, but that's my whole freaking job. I'm sorry, Leah, but I'm confused. If I'm not going to be working on the first digital edition, what am I going to be doing? Leah sighs, and the sound is anything but reassuring. The board feels Enchante needs an online presence, and therefore a digital editor. But I disagree. It appears they've sent you as a misguided way to try and persuade me. There's no easy way to say this, Kitty, but I can't offer you the role of digital editor because it doesn't exist. The room begins to spin as you take in Leah's words. Oh my god, I moved all the way to Paris for a job that doesn't exist. This can't be happening. What am I gonna do? I know this must be a shock. Your heart's racing as you turn to Leah, and you... I want to beg her, but I know that's going to turn her off, because I've watched Emily in Paris, so I'm going to respond confidently. You take a steadying breath, determined not to go down without a fight. If you do this, you're making a huge mistake. Excuse me? I uprooted my entire life to move here because I truly believe we can create something great. A digital edition would honor Enchante's legacy, not tarnish it. And I'm the right person for the job, I guarantee it. Leah gives you an appraising once-over, and something in her expression shifts slightly. Alright then, convince me. What? You hold your breath as she gives you the slightest of smiles, offering a challenge. Convince me that Enchante's needs a digital editor, and I'll consider you for the position. Memories of your first few hours in Paris flash through your head. The new friends you've already made. The attractive man at the bookstore. The man at the flower shop who you can't seem to stop thinking about. There's no way I'm giving up on Paris. Not that easily. I have to think of a way to convince Leah, and fast. Leah looks at you expectantly. Well? You lift your chin and give Leah a confident smile. You want me to convince you that you need an online presence and a digital editor to manage it? Well, it's all in the numbers. At the end of the day, it's simple math, really. The average person checks their phone over 100 times a day. Compare that to the single issue of Enchante that they get each month. You want to create a lifestyle for your readers, right? To be part of every choice they make. From what they put on in the morning to what moisturizer they use at night. And that's our goal, yes. I don't know about you, but I'm more likely to take advice from someone I interact with every day than someone I see once a month. Leah taps her chin, considering, and you hold your breath until she finally speaks. I will admit, I see your point. Being an integral part of our readers' lives is at the core of Enchanté's values. Still, I worry you're thinking about our readers from an American perspective, not a French one. Okay, let me convince you. Let me find a way to show you that all of your readers would benefit from digital presence, not just the American ones. Leah's gaze is intense as she looks at you, as if assessing your merit, until finally she nods. We'll test it then. A single social account as a trial run. On average, just over 10 million people read our magazine every month. If you can get 2 million followers, just a fifth of that, in the same amount of time, I'll consider creating a permanent digital space. 2 million followers? I love a challenge. It might not be easy, but I'm up for the challenge. Before you can respond, Chloe, who has been lurking nearby, chimes in. Pardon my interruption, but any imbecile with a smartphone can go viral these days. Even if Kitty does somehow manage to get 2 million followers, how can we be sure they're the right ones? And not just Americans who want to watch videos of cats playing the piano all day. You smile politely at Chloe, determined not to let her get to you. Well, Chloe, I appreciate your concern. It's clear how much you care about Enchante, but I do too. I wouldn't put the magazine's reputation at risk for the sake of clicks. Chloe forces a polite smile, clearly not wanting to show her true nature in front of Leah. I'm glad to hear that. I appreciate your concern, Chloe. But as with all things at Enchante, I will have the final say. 2 million followers guarantees an opening as Enchanté's first digital editor, but not who will fill it. Leah turns to you, the fire of challenge in her eyes. So, what do you say, Kitty? Are you up to the challenge? 2 million followers in 4 weeks? Piece of cake. I could do that in my sleep. Leah chuckles lightly. I admire your confidence. With the matter closed, Leah moves on to other business. Our first Fashion Week event is tomorrow, and we'll need all hands on deck. Everything needs to be perfect if we want to keep Seraphine happy. As Leah details the event schedule, your mind is elsewhere, making plans for the social account. When she finally dismisses you, you make your way from the office. I'm a little overcome with nerves, I'm not gonna lie. How am I gonna get 2 million followers in only 4 weeks? Oy vey. Your mind is working overtime as you make your way back to your apartment. The clock is ticking. I need to start getting followers right now. You pull out your phone and quickly create a new profile for Enchante. Time for my first post. And we're gonna go with the... we're gonna go with this adorable poodle. And we're gonna say glamorous from head to toe to tail. You watch nervously as the post goes live. Almost immediately, likes and followers begin to roll in, and you breathe a sigh of relief. Satisfied that the page is off to a good start, you head back towards your apartment. When you reach the courtyard, the florist is outside, arranging what appear to be centerpieces. I'm not going to ignore him. I'll say something flirty. Seeing you twice in one day, I must be the luckiest woman in Paris. For a moment, you think he's going to ignore you, but then he turns around holding flowers. They're gorgeous. You look like you could use these. He extends cheerful yellow sunflowers in your direction. Wow, he could tell that easily that I'm nervous. Thanks. It's been a rough day. I could definitely use a little sunshine, even in flower form. He frowns, genuine concern in his eyes. I'm sorry that your day has been cloudy. Before you can respond, he abruptly turns back to his work. Right, well, until next time, it seems like our paths keep crossing, so I'm sure I'll see you around. He makes a slight noise of agreement, and you turn to make your way across the courtyard. As you walk away, you realize you still don't even know his name. Is he trying to be mysterious, or is he just that aloof? Either way, I'm intrigued. If there's a mystery there, I think I'd like to figure it out. Kitty! Emily greets you with a warm hug, as if you've already been friends for a lifetime. Welcome to our humble apartamente. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Mindy emerges from the kitchen, a bottle and 3 glasses in her hand. Champagne? It's the cheap stuff. Thanks, Mindy. I need it after my day. I could definitely use a drink. Mindy frowns sympathetically as she pours you a glass. That bad? Worse. Emily holds up her glass, and you and Mindy follow suit. To new friends and a successful event tonight. The 3 of you clink glasses as Mindy takes a sip of hers. Her eyes grow wide. Excuse me, where did that come from? She points to the sunflowers you hadn't realized you were still holding. Oh my god, don't tell me you already have a lover. Tell us everything. Well, do you know the florist? The one who works in that shop on the corner? Emily leans in excitedly, giving Mindy a pointed look. Alexandre? Yep, we know him. Alexandre. You try the name on your tongue. You like how it feels. Well, that solves that mystery. I'm sorry, so you met Alexandre and he gave you the most gorgeous flowers I've ever seen, but he didn't bother to introduce himself? Pretty much. Is that there were other flowers. He actually gave, this was the second bouquet he gave me. And you pull out the buttercups you stowed carefully in your purse. He gave me this on the way to work this morning. Mindy drowns her champagne with a dramatic sigh. All these years in Paris, and the hot stranger has never handed me a bouquet on the street, let alone 2. Teach me your ways, kitty. You laugh, shaking your head. Well, I fell, like right in front of him, and he was nice enough to catch me. Well, you must have done something to get his attention. Yeah, I just told you I fell. Alexandre is quiet. That's one way of putting it. Shh. He keeps to himself mostly, but I think the right person to get him to open up. And you think I'm the right person? Emily winks, holding up a red stiletto. If the shoe fits. Well, we'll see. There could be something there, but it's too early to know anything for sure. Yeah, Emily, stop pestering the poor woman. Me? You started it. You all laugh as Mindy blows Emily a kiss. Okay, fine. New subject. How was your first day of work, kitty? For a few minutes, you'd almost forgotten about your lack of a job. As the reality of the situation hits you again, you groan. It wasn't great. Emily and Mindy nod sympathetically as you fill them in. I can relate. My first day was pretty terrible too. But if I can win over people at Saviar, do you really think you've won over Sylvie? I'm working on it. The point is, you're gonna be fine, kitty. Plus, Paris Fashion Week is the perfect time to attract new followers. Think of all the cool behind-the-scenes stuff you'll have access to. That's a good point. Of course it is. Now stop worrying and let's find you the perfect outfit. We're not wearing that. We can wear this, or this. And I think I'm gonna wear this little yellow number. Mindy grins as you join her and Emily at the mirror. Damn, we look good. She puts one arm through yours and one through Emily's, and the three of you head to the party. The courtyard has been completely transformed for the party. Glittering lights and softly glowing candles illuminate a long table at its center. The centerpieces Alexandre had been working on earlier line the table. Emily, this is incredible. I can't believe this is the same courtyard I walked through this morning. She smiles proudly at the compliment. I can't take all the credit. It was a group effort. Speaking of, a tall man approaches carrying a covered tray that smells absolutely amazing. Damn, you really outdone yourself this time, Gabrielle. I'm pretty sure they just heard my stomach growl all the way in Bordeaux. Emily laughs as he sets the tray on one of the tables. Kitty, you remember Gabrielle? Of course. He introduced us. How could I forget the man who introduced me to my amazing new friends? Emily beams as she places her hand on Gabrielle's arm. Gabrielle is pretty amazing too. He's a fantastic chef. You're going to be blown away when you try his food. Gabrielle shakes his head, leaning into her touch. Emily here is a bit biased. Mindy clears her throat and Emily's cheeks flush as the two of them break away. Anyway, is Camille here yet? Not yet, but I'm sure she'll be here soon. Emily smiles, but it doesn't quite reach her eyes. Gabrielle's girlfriend, Camille, is our star auction item. She's auctioning off a date tonight. She glances at Gabrielle, whose polite smile has turned into a frown. All for fun, of course. I see. What about you, Gabrielle? Are you auctioning off a date too? I'm sure you would have plenty of bidders. He laughs, shaking his head. I'm flattered, but Camille is a bit more bold than I am. She will do anything to help a friend. Suddenly, Emily's face transforms. There you are! A handsome man in a fashionable suit makes his way across the courtyard. Hiya, Cupid! He kisses Emily's cheek and her smile gets impossibly wider. This is my boyfriend, Alfie. Alfie, this is our new American friend, Kitty. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I've heard so much about you. Emily has told me great things. Oh, yeah? I should hope so. Emily blushes as Alfie pinches her waist, and she leads into his side. I hate to interrupt this love fest, but who is that? Mindy points across the courtyard, practically salivating, and you turn to find Olivier. You feel a rush of pleasant surprise at seeing him. I didn't know he was going to be here. That's Olivier. I'm sorry. One day in Paris and you've already met the sexiest man I've ever seen? What's his deal? His deal? Well, why don't you find out? I'm sure he would love to talk to a beautiful woman like you. Ugh, Kitty, if you keep that up, I'm gonna fall in love with you. You laugh as she adjusts the top of her dress. How do I look? Fabulous, of course. Olivier looks up as if he can feel your gaze, and his eyes land on you. A smile slowly spreads across his face, and he holds up a hand in greeting. I should wave. You wave to Olivier, and his smile grows. He excuses himself from his conversation and makes his way over to you. Twice in one day, I must have done something to please the fates. It's wonderful to see you again, Kitty. Hello, Olivier. I hoped you'd be here. I was crossing my fingers I run into you again soon. Olivier's eyes drop to your hand, as if the mention of your fingers makes him want to hold them. I was hoping that you would be here as well. I so enjoyed our meeting this morning. Though it seems I'm not the only new acquaintance you've made on your first day in Paris. Emily and Mindy have been staring at Olivier with what can only be described as heart eyes. You bite back a laugh as you introduce them. These are my friends, Emily and Mindy. Emily organized all of this. Olivier turns to her with a gracious smile. I can't thank you enough for putting this together. It means the world to Jacques. Even Alfie and Gabrielle seem charmed by Olivier as he reaches into his jacket pocket. Jacques refuses my help directly, but I thought you might accept my donation. He hands her a slim envelope with a check inside. Her eyes grow wide as she looks at it. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Wow, Olivier. You're making me swoon. There's nothing more attractive than a man who's generous with his money. Olivier smiles humbly, but you can tell he's flattered. Jacques is the best man I know. I can't imagine a better way to spend it. You know, there's an auction later if you'd like to spend even more. Olivier laughs good-naturedly. I'm afraid I won't be able to attend the auction. Unfortunately, I have a work obligation I must get to, but I do wish I could stay. He looks to you, and you get the feeling that he doesn't just mean for the auction. I'm certain the auction will be as lovely as the rest of this evening. Emily beams at his praise. Oh. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping you'd be staying the rest of the night. Olivier looks torn between flattery that you want him to stay and remorse that he has to go. So was I, even more so now. He steps closer, and for a moment, it's like you're the only two people in the courtyard. I do hope chance will bring us into one another's paths again soon, Kitty. Olivier. I'm counting on it. I'm starting to look forward to our run-ins. That makes the two of us. Ali! Jacques has arrived, and he yells across the courtyard when he sees Olivier. I have to cough. Sorry, guys. Olivier cringes at the nickname. He's the only one who still calls me that. I'd better go say hello. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Kitty. And I'm gonna kiss his cheek. You lean in and press your lips to Olivier's cheek. The heady smell of his aftershave fills your senses. His hand finds your waist, and it lingers as you finally pull away. Good night, Olivier. Good night, Kitty. Swoon! Mindy watches him go wistfully, letting out a long sigh. I need a drink. Or a cold shower. I know, girl, me too. You and Emily laugh as Gabrielle shakes his head. Gabriel. And I need to get the rest of the food set up. He and Mindy walk away, leaving you with Emily and Alfie. Is there anything I can do to help? Just enjoy yourself. Sorry to interrupt. I just need to know where to put these. You turn to find Alexandre holding a basket full of beautiful corsages. Emily's face lights up, but Alexandre's expression is unreadable. Alexandre, I'm so glad you're here. This is Kitty. I believe you two have met? There's a glimmer in his eyes as he responds. Yes. We have. He saved me from falling. Did you bring me flowers? I'm starting to expect them every time I see you now. Alexandre shakes his head, looking almost distressed by your question. I didn't realize you would be here. If I had. He brightens, finally giving you a real smile. Next time I'll bring you a forget-me-not to make up for it. Not that I could ever forget you. His smile disappears and a muscle in his neck flexes tensely, as if he's as surprised by his admission as you are. Emily interjects before you can respond. Oh, but you did bring her flowers, Alexandre. She motions to the basket of corsages. I can't pronounce that word, guys. One of these is for her. They're a gift for all of our most special guests this evening. She takes the basket from Alexandre's hands. Alfie and I will pass these out. Alexandre, will you be a doll and help Kitty put hers on? She winks from behind Alexandre as they leave the two of you alone. Alexandre clears his throat and extends the corsage towards you. May I? You hold out your hand. Yes. I'd love that. It really is beautiful, and I like knowing that you're the one who made it. Alexandre doesn't respond, but you can see color rise in his cheeks. As he pulls away, his fingers brush your skin, and you feel a spark, for sure. The feeling is so intense you almost pull away. But when your eyes find his, you could tell he feels it too. Kitty. Something about the way he says your name makes your pulse quicken. You wonder if he can feel it. You wonder if he can feel it beneath his fingertips. Yes? I'm glad that you're here tonight. His hand moves to yours, his mouth curving into a smile as your palms touch. This night is more beautiful with you in it. But then he stiffens and lets your hand fall. Anyway, I should go make sure the rest of the flowers are okay. Enjoy your evening. Emily, who has been eyeballing the two of you from across the courtyard, rushes over as Alexandre leaves. Well, Emily, I think there's a spark. I think he's so hard to read. From where I was standing, sparks were definitely flying. Just give it time. I'm sure he'll open up once you get to know each other a little better. Anyways, it's time to get this party started. I'll see you after the auction. She squeezes your hand excitedly before taking off towards the head of the table. Still trying to make sense of what just happened with Alexandre, you go to find your seat. You find your name card between Mindy and Gabriel. Your heart skips when you notice the centerpiece in front of you of your place setting. It's different from the rest, filled with the same flowers Alexandre gave you, so he put like a special centerpiece. That's really sweet. Camille isn't here yet. Mindy's voice breaks you from your thoughts. Gabriel shakes his head, looking annoyed. I texted her, but she hasn't replied. Well, she better get here soon. The date she's auctioning off is our top item. I'm sure she'll be here. Right, Gabriel? You turn to him with a smile, but he doesn't look so sure. We will see. Excuse me, everyone. You all turn to Jacques, who is standing at the head of the table, looking teary-eyed. Le Bevel d'Ancre has been in my family for almost 200 years. That means we have also been a part of this community for almost 200 years. For our American friends who may not know, Bevel d'Ancre means ink drinker. I believe it is something like your bookworm. Emily nods encouragingly. That you ink drinkers would do this for me means more than words can say. Which, for a man who sells books, is really something. He sniffles, and Emily immediately wraps him in a hug before he takes his seat at the table. That was so sweet. Emily turns back to the crowd with a wide smile. All right, everyone, it's time for the auction portion of our evening. Why don't we start things off with a bang? Our first auction item is a date with... Her gaze lands on the empty chair beside Gabriel, and he raises his hands apologetically. A date with... She frowns, but then her eyes light up when they shift to you. A date with our new American friend, Kitty. Oh my God. Anything for Jacques. This is my community now too, and I'm going to do my part to help out. You rise from your chair, smiling at Jacques as you pass by. Emily pulls you into a tight hug when you reach her side and whispers in your ear, "You're a lifesaver, Kitty. I owe you one." "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm learning to expect the unexpected, girl." Emily laughs as she pulls away. "That's the spirit." She turns back to the crowd with a winning smile. "So, what do you say we start the bidding at 500 euros? Emily grins as you give her a disbelieving look. 500 euros? That's a lot. This is crazy. I can't believe I let her talk me into doing this. Your stomach turns as seconds tick by, each one somehow longer than the last. I'm going to die of embarrassment if no one bids on me. Oh man, this is 1,000 euros. There are a few impressed gasps, but you barely hear them as you lock eyes with Alexandre across the courtyard. Your heart starts to hammer when you see the unmistakable desire in his eyes. Oh my god, did Alexandre really just bid 1,000 euros to go on a date with me? And that, excusez-moi, is the end of chapter 1. If someone told me I'd be auctioning off a date, be auctioned off as a date on my first evening in Paris, I'd call them a liar, but look at me now. I told my 2 new friends I only date men. There's definitely something going on between Emily and Gabrielle, but I'll try to ask later about it. Remember, Alexandre is a mystery. Is this a mystery I want to solve, though? Oh wow, this florist gives me goosebumps. I know he feels it too. The first person I met in Paris was Gabrielle. I told Leah she was my idol, 'cause she is. Olivier's childhood nickname was Ollie. Remember to tease him about it. I flirted back with Olivier when we met. Like, who wouldn't? Hello, did you see him? I think Olivier's poetic side is really sexy. A sunflower to add a little sunshine to my life. Dressed up for the auction and looking très fantastique. Sorry, French people. As if we stepped from the pages of Enchanté. Does Leah mean that even if I get 2 million followers in a month, the job still might not be mine? Well, challenge accepted, lady. Watch out, Chloe. Alright guys, if you made it to the end, again, if you're not already, please consider subscribing. That's how you help support my channel here. And yeah, if you guys want to see me pursue a specific love interest, let me know in the comments. Alright guys, thank you so much for being here, and hopefully I will see you in chapter 2.